What's up, Lucky Gamers? It's Lucky Lux, and yes, you guys get to see a little bit of my healer in action. Now, I am not level 50, I'm level 49, trying to level up, right? So, just going through some joint ops, but basically, you guys get to see a little bit of how I react and act as a healer. Right now, I'm using King with Nemesis and Coco Ritter, because I'm gonna be honest, playing with a lot of random people, there is not a lot of shield shattering going on. So I have on King, I have an S2 King or a C2 King, but I do have that C1 perk to give me a little extra damage on my ability. Right now, all I'm focusing on, since there's nothing really too hard in this one, this is the Deep Sea, just kind of focusing on just doing as much damage as I can. To help out. Not much healing need to go on. I can just use Nemesis to heal real quick, and then just kind of get some extra damage, like here and there, right? So not much healing needs to be done. Like, I'm not expecting to be top DPS. I'm just expecting to just have a little something decent. I can heal people if need be, right? Nothing too crazy, either way. But the main thing that I do try to worry about is having my weapon charge ready. So I will swap to like Coco Ritter because she's on my main squad right now to really build up that weapon charge. I also use Nemesis every now and then. It's just that Coco Ritter does it for me because she just has multiple hits with everything, right? And I really don't want to be on Nemesis for the charge because I want to use her abilities more than anything. Because like for right now in healing, honestly, just doing as much damage as you can is one of the best bets. I do have teammates here who are just sitting here, which kind of sucks a little bit. But yeah, that's all we're really going for. Just doing some basics. Swapping to Coco. We can dodge on Coco to get the heal. We can dodge on Nemesis to get a heal. I can also place it down, get it around me to heal up these people. But, you know, they're not really taking a lot of damage. Oh my god. And this is like one of the worst fights for most people because it is not a melee fight. Alright. And then this gigantic frog that we go to. The worst thing about the toad is like he slams down just like some burst damage, but pretty much we can heal everybody out of this. This is not as bad as like Frontier Clashes or Waderus or anything like that. So this is a pretty easy like healing situation, right? But one of the benefits of having Nemesis is that I do have her S6, and so when we think about the heal in a group play, it's like it's not the worst. The only reason why I told you guys that it's not a significant heal is because like it's not what you can heal your teammates with alone, right? You need more with it. And so like I just didn't want people thinking they could just heal their teammates alone with it. No, I have to use all the healing. As you see there, Coco Ritter, we're doing 20k heals a tick, which is pretty insane. And we can help with the shields with King best we can. And then we're gonna swap, do a big burst heal with Nemesis. Even though that person doesn't know me, so he's gonna use his food. But it seems like we have a pretty decent group. We can keep them up. Keeping them all full health. And that's mainly what you're looking at, is just keeping your people at full health. Wanting to keep them not getting anywhere close to half, because pretty much that's where a boss can hit them, knock them down. You say to 3 mil heals, and it wasn't even really a long fight. I did end up tanking, not sure, a lot of damage. And then I came in 3rd place for damage, which is fine. Like, as a healer, you're not supposed to do the most damage. You don't want to do the most damage if you're a healer, like, literally at all. But really just wanting to show kind of like some of the things to think about when you are a healer. Keeping your skills up, looking at your teammates' health, seeing like the situation, like if a boss is doing about to do an AoE or anything like that. That's where you can use different characters like Zero. You can use Zero's discharge skill to immune people from damage, right? Because now at level 50, stuff start to hit a lot harder. You have Coco Ritter. Coco Ritter is going to be a good hot healer, healing over time healer, but she also has buffs in her kit if you have her stars. Nemesis is going to be more so our burst healer with the S1 having a really big burst on it and then just increasing all the attack, increases her heals as well. So she'll be our burst healer. And then, of course, like I said, Zero is going to have damage immunity and shielding. So when you're making a team, right, I'm going to kind of show you guys like what I'm looking at for the in-game team, right? Some of the things I'm thinking about when we're looking at in-game, since we're kind of going to the mid-game and we're going to start building towards late game. Like this is the team that I'm pretty much looking for, that way you guys know. Again, burst healer with healing over time and damage. We have a buff healer with healing over time, right? And then we have somebody who, one, has amazing charge, weapon charge, has passive healing orbs, gives buffs, and also has damage immunity, right? So you do, though, when you're running this team, have to, like, in a way, kind of have big brain. Because if I'm on these characters and I'm trying to depend on, like, I'm trying to decide on what character I want to do my, like, normal, like, basic attacks on, that character I'm pretty much not thinking to use their discharge skills for. What I mean by that, if I'm attacking with Coco Ritter, that means I'm going to be charging up Nemesis and Zero. With thinking like that, now I know that I either have a burst heal or a damage immunity with my kit, right? If I'm just looking at discharge skills. If I'm on Nemesis, I know now that I have damage immunity or healing over time that also buffs. If I'm on Zero, I know that I have a big burst heal or healing over time if I'm looking at discharge skills. So you have to think about, if you're on a character, what like skills are you charging? And for instance, if I know that like I have like Zero charges my weapons really quick, but I want to use Zero skills, then I'll swap over to Nemesis, finish it out, and then use Zero. Like, you have to really like plan out what you want to do as a healer, and that way you know exactly what you're doing on your discharge. A lot of times, like DPSs, you know, they kind of just use whatever is available. For a healer, you have to use that in a lot smarter way. You got to really think ahead, like what's gonna protect your team. And someone might think like, man, Lucky, you're tripping, bro. Why do I have to think about this? Nah, bro. Like, people are starting to get smacked a lot harder, and they're gonna start now looking at healers to be the ones for blame. And so you really have to think about that. You have to think about, like, what am I going to use next? Am I going to shield? Am I going to use burst heal? Am I going to use hot heals? And so that's some of the things that you want to think about. And if you're not using this team, if you're using something else, right? Like, let's say you are using like a, I don't know, a tank weapon or, you know, king or something like that, then you have to think about that. Like, what's more important for you if you're a healer? Like, charging up the DPS discharge or having your heals available to you, right? Because some of you might not be running triple heals. That's also something you have to think about. If you're running like Meryl and you're running a setup like this, you got to think about, is Meryl's Ice Ring really important for discharge, or is a heal from these characters really important? So it just goes to show like what weapon you're attacking on. And this video is really only just like trying to like highlighting on that. I just want you guys to think about, as soon as it's like, just as we're going to mid game, like stuff is hitting harder. People are going to need healers. They might say that like, oh, food will help me. Like, no, they're looking for healers now. And so I just want to give you guys the best tools that I can to help you be successful healers. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here. You lucky gamers, have a good one. Lucky Lux out.